They say I'm a pain, I need a change, making my way. Say the gang, sipping on drinks, catching her face. I get it poppin', nigga. She at the top of the nigga.
Welcome to another episode of the Whoop Appeal Podcast. I'm your host, Whoop/Whoop Cream. Just don't call me by my government. And today we got a very, very special guest with us. She's a luxury hairstylist, an entrepreneur, a model, a mother. She has a reputation on being a true girl's girl, making women feel empowered, beautiful, and confident. She's the owner of Touched by Sunflower. Please welcome to the show, Miss Sunflower.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. First of all, so she told me she couldn't do the drinking because she gave it up for Lent, so I respect it. So she has water in the glass, but I'm still drinking on the Taylor Port. Shout out to Taylor Port. You know what to do. Mm-hmm. Let's toast to you. Thank you for coming on. So, how was it growing up for you?
Okay. Growing up for me, well, I had a big family. Mm-hmm. I have 3 brothers and a sister. And I was raised by my grandfather. Mm-hmm. So it was a little strict. It was very guided, very strict. But it's cool.
Okay. When you say cool, when you say strict and cool, how strict was it? Explain that.
Extremely strict. Like, my dad, he cooks every day. I think we had fast food maybe once a month, and it was like a hamburger and a large fry that we split. We couldn't have friends over. I think I went to my first party at like 16. Like, it was strict as hell.
Were they military? No,
it was just my dad. I think it was just like the whole having 5 kids, raising 5 kids by yourself, knowing where everyone is. Now that I'm adult, because with my one child now, I understand it. Back then, I was like, yeah, you're crazy. But now I'm like, it was probably more of just keeping count of us. At least that's how I feel now.
Okay. So are you strict like that with your daughter?
No, not at all. Not at all.
So does she eat fast food?
Yeah, she eats fast food. She eats fast food. She has friends over. I throw her little parties all the time. Okay. Like, she's super spoiled. It's kind of like the opposite.
So she's making enough for what you didn't have.
Yeah.
Okay. So talk about motherhood.
Motherhood.
How is that for you?
Motherhood for me is probably the best thing about my life. Mm-hmm. Like, motherhood for me, I feel like I am a nurturer. Like, I am a mother. I thought that at this point I would have like 4 kids and be married. Like, I wanted a really big family. And I'm not saying that that's over for me or anything like that, but motherhood for me is why I am who I am and why I will be who I will be later on in life. Like, it's because of being a mother. Like, that is definitely like the best things for me.
I respect that. I definitely respect that. So what made you become a stylist?
A hairstylist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How that started off?
So, funny story. I always grew up, like, my aunt, she tells this story at family gatherings a lot. She goes around and she asks all of us, like, what we wanted to be when we grow up. And everybody was like doctors, teachers, lawyers. And I was like, I just want to do hair. And long story short, I didn't do hair. I went to the military. I was a CNA. I was a dancer. And how I honestly started getting back into hair was my personality, like how kind of strict I am on my friends. So it was really being a dancer, having to go around and get clients and having to have a certain type of girl around me. So in order for me to do that, I kind of had to like do their hair. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, every time we're going out, we're doing something, I'm like, come on, like we got to get your hair done. Like, let's do your hair or whatever. And eventually that kind of turned into like the girls in the club wanting their hair done. And then that turned into me charging. And that turned into Touched by Sunflower.
Okay. So dancing, did you enjoy doing that?
I did.
Okay. So you give kudos to dancing to, get to your career right now for the hairstylist and stuff like that?
Do I? Yeah, I have to, because
Okay.
that's what it is. Like I have to.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like if I wasn't a dancer, I would be a hairstylist. I would probably be full-time military or going to dental hygiene school or something of that sort. Like,
Okay.
it definitely like adjusted my life.
Is there any hairstylist you look up to?
It would probably be Daisy. She's in Atlanta. Her name is like Daisy Does My Hair. Definitely like Arrogant Tay, but yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So how did you get the name Sunflower? Where'd that come about?
I don't remember.
Oh, you gotta remember that.
I
Come on,
swear.
now. You gotta
I
remember that.
swear. Like, it was just, I don't remember. Like, I remember being 18. My cousin, like, making me get an Instagram because she was like, you're late. And I'm like, I don't have social media. And she's like, you need an Instagram. And I just remember just trying to figure out something different. I remember just putting Sunflower, and then Sunflower kind of stuck to me as far as like, you know, when the social media thing came about, like you weren't known as your names anymore. You were just known as your Instagram names. So it was like Sunflower was kind of stuck to me because people would know me as Sunflower on Instagram. So I'm like, I gotta keep it. I have to keep it.
So is sunflower your favorite flower?
Sunflower is my favorite flower.
Okay. That's what I thought it was. Like you just came up with that like that, but
But I feel like it became my favorite flower.
so what was your favorite if you liked flowers before was roses?
Yeah, probably.
You
I
didn't
don't think I was like,
you didn't like that what I mean, you didn't like flowers. That's what that means. You didn't like flowers. But that's cool though, sunflower. All right. All right. Do you feel like you're the best hairstylist in the city?
absolutely not.
Who is?
Who's the best hairstylist in the city?
Yeah, New Orleans, yes.
That's tough because Instagram is kind of like a facade, right? So Shy Gone Blind, she is the one whose class I took. So to me, if I had to say who's the best in the city, it would be her because I decided to follow in her footsteps when I decided to go into hairstyling. So yeah, it would if I had to choose, it would be her.
Shout out to her. Shout out to her. What's her name again? You said?
Shy Gone Blonde.
Shy Gone Blind. Okay. Shout out to her. All right. What's the best advice someone has given you?
The best advice someone has given me.
It could be anything. It could be work related, personal related, you know, just some life advice.
Let me think.
It could be your grandfather, grandma. It could be some random person on the street that told you something. So far in your life right now, what's the best advice you heard from somebody that personally told you?
I think it would be my dad, and I think it would be him kind of like telling me that, like, as a woman, like, silence is your power. Like, your power as a woman is controlling your emotions. So if you can't do that, then you're going to lose in life. Like, and he, like, really drilled that into me. So...
What's the most misconception about you? Like when people think of you, they look at you, they judge you, but that's not really it. For me, they I say I'm 32 with no kids. They think I had 3 kids or something. You know what I'm saying? So what is it like for you?
I think that's probably one, like definitely my age, being 30. Like a lot of people are kind of just like, what? And then it will kind of just be like being stuck up or a mean girl or, you know, I feel like, not to have a big head, but like kind of when you're pretty, you don't get the shy. Oh, she's shy. Oh, she's just kind of quiet. You get like, oh, she's a bitch. Like, oh, she's stuck up. Like, you know, and I'm like, well, I can't just kind of be like I can't have anxiety.
Right. That's true. That's true.
So I think that's a big one. I feel like girls are like, when I met you, girl, I thought you were going to be so mean. Even in school now, like this girl, she's like talking. She's like, yeah, I thought they were talking about who were going to be the mean girl in school, like who was the stuck up one. And then like 2 of the girls, they're like, yeah, I thought it was going to be her. I was like, me?
Damn, they put you on that pedestal, huh? The mean girl.
And I'm so far from it.
Oh, that's true. She's very far from it, y'all. I know her personally. Very far from it. So what is your why? When I ask you that, you know, what wakes you up? What makes you do what you do?
My daughter.
Okay, explain.
My daughter is my why because without her, I feel like I would have given up a long time ago. So I feel like she has to be my why. That's why I feel like being a mother is my reason for everything that I have going on right now, because I feel like I hit a lot of rough patches and I don't know if I would have made it out if I didn't think about the fact that who would raise her. So, and I don't want anybody else to raise her. I don't want anybody else to have any type of control over her. So she is my why for every single thing that I have going on in life.
Toast to that. Toast with a water in a cup. Toast with the water. I like that. I like that. Do you have any regrets?
Do I have any regrets? Yes. Yeah, I feel like there's a few.
Can you enlighten us? On at least one of them?
One of them right now, I probably feel like is probably getting out the military.
Okay. Why is that?
Something simple like insurance. Like as an entrepreneur, you don't really understand that in the America, like how expensive healthcare is, and how you don't really know that Medicaid and Medicare don't really cover you if you have real issues. So it's like as an entrepreneur, I have to pay for my own insurance. So I feel like staying in the military till the end would have benefited me more, because now I'm trying to figure out health insurance, which is something that I don't know. I think I was naive to. I was super naive to being an entrepreneur and not having health insurance and dental and eye insurance and things of that sort. So it's like, I'm like, damn, I should have stayed in. Like I should have stayed in for that simple benefit.
How long you was in the military for?
7 years.
Okay. So you have to get to the 20 till you get all that for life, or is it 10?
I think it's a 20 for life for free.
Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of military people. I don't know how y'all do it, but I respect it.
It's not that hard.
I couldn't do it. Hell no.
You could do it. A lot of people say that. Anybody can do it.
People
It's mind over matter.
Crazy up and down.
But it's mind over matter, though.
Yeah,
like, of course they're going to
true.
talk to you crazy.
Yeah, my mind be ready to bat. That's what my mind.
No.
Ready to bat.
No.
That's what my mind be doing. All right. Do you feel like it's wrong for women to shoot their shot?
No.
And have you shot your shot before?
No, I haven't shot my shot before. But I admire girls who do. Like,
Okay.
I feel like they're so brave. Like, I'm like, damn, I probably missed out on my husband because I never shot my shot. Like, I admire girls who did that. Sometimes I feel like, girl, whoa there, you doing a little, like, but it's just because of my personality. I don't think it's wrong. I think it's like, she different. Like, she powerful. Like, she not afraid of rejection.
If you had the opportunity to do it, would you do it now?
No,
You afraid to do it?
probably. If you don't talk to me, it's over.
It's over, man.
We just never go see each other again.
I respect, because a lot of women don't do it, but there are some women that are just bold.
There's some women that are so bold. My friends are so bold. I'd be like, you go, girl.
Do it. For real. All right, so what's the ideal first date for you?
The ideal first date for me would be something super chill, like something super like thoughtful. Like, I don't know, like a walk in the park or something. Like taking me to like a cool music event, not necessarily like a big concert or anything like that, or like, I don't know, but it would be something simple. Like I'm really not a big fan of like the fancy first dates. Like they're cool and all, but they don't like, you probably wouldn't stick to me, you know?
Right.
It wouldn't be like, it would just be like something chill, like something like, hey, let's go do this real fast. I thought about you. I thought you might like this, you know, like something like that.
Okay, so what was the best first date you ever had? So explain that. If you had one, explain it. You don't gotta say names.
The best first date I ever had. I don't even know. I don't know. I think it was probably a coffee date, honestly.
A coffee date?
Yeah. It was like a coffee date in New Orleans.
Okay, Starbucks?
No. No, it was like a particular coffee shop that this guy had picked out. And we kind of just sat there and tried different coffees and we just chilled.
Okay, that sounds like a dope, chill date.
It was chill. It was super, super chill.
Okay. Is marriage something you want?
And I better be getting it soon.
Oh, say that again?
I better be getting it soon.
You want to say some names? You can say the name.
Christopher Jackson.
Say it louder to the head.
Christopher Jackson.
Say it with the chest. You heard that, Christopher Jackson. She said she wanted it soon. That's what you got to say.
Well, she said I want my eggs cracked.
What? So how you want the wedding to be? Christopher Jackson?
How do I want my wedding?
Yeah, how you want it to be?
So at first I thought I wanted this big, I don't know, extravagant wedding. Like, right? But I don't think I have that many friends anymore. Like,
So as far as the big extravagance, sorry, but you want to like how the Tyler Perry wedding was? That type of extravagance?
what Tyler Perry wedding?
You know, the movie in Paris with Maya Angelou, Still I Rise was on there. She was on there, Still I Rise.
Yeah, I thought I wanted something like that.
Okay.
But
That
no,
was
I
bougie
think
as
I...
hell. Oh, I would have went up in the damn, this bougie ass. Shit, bougie.
Now I think I want a micro wedding. Still the same, like, aura, like all the flowers and the, I don't know,
Okay.
decorations, but just less people. Just less people.
How many people you talking?
Like 50.
I'm gonna get an invite. Gotta know it. That's all I need to know. As long as I get an invite, I don't care who come. But so as a little girl, right? Let's go back to that.
Okay.
You say it was strict, right? So what was the turning point? What made your dad less strict?
I think it was me leaving. Like, I left home early. Like, I left home at like 15. Yeah.
Was that because it was strict? That's why you left early?
Yeah, it was like super strict. So I ended up like running away.
You wanna talk about that?
Yeah. So I ended up like running away from home. My dad was like being super, super mean. My brother had already left. And I just felt like it was about to get worse for me at home. So I was like, yeah, I got to get out of here too. And I left home for like 4 years. Like, I didn't come back home till like I was 17. I didn't talk to my family. The only person that I kept in contact with was my little sister.
Where did you go?
I went everywhere. I went to Michigan. I went to Ohio. I went to
15
Georgia
years
for a
old?
little while. Yeah.
So you got family out there?
No, I had like made some friends off the internet. Y'all was bad. Like, it was, I had made some friends. I had made some
let's
friends
talk
off the
about that.
internet.
Please.
I had made some friends off the internet. This girl had came, got me. Yeah. I started living with her in Atlanta. Yeah.
Did you go to school?
No, I stopped going to school.
So what made you get in the military?
So I didn't join the military until after I had my daughter.
Okay, so you joined it late.
Yeah, I joined the military kind of late.
Okay. All right, so let's go back to that because I'm kind of interested in this now. Right? So you ran away at 15.
Right.
So 2 years. What made you go back?
4 years.
So 4 years. So 19, you came back.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What you did between those 4 years?
I was in a relationship. I had like 2 relationships. I was living with them at the time. I was working. I was just living life, like just outside of my family, Like I wasn't going to school. I tried to go back to school. So when I was in Michigan, I tried to go back to school. Okay. I was dating a girl at the time. We decided to go back to school together. We was living with her grandmother. This is honestly crazy. So let me tell you. I started living with her, and we decided to go back to school, right? I lived with her and her grandmother and her grandfather. Her grandfather was like the best man I ever met in my life. He taught me how to fish. He taught me how to hunt. He taught me how to like tie like little, what are they called? I forgot what they're called, but like little things for the fishing lines to throw out. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, he was just super into like nature. He taught me how to shoot. Like we would do all kind of things that I just never thought that I would get to do in my life. And I watched this man go from that to having neuropathy in his legs. He had cancer. He had all kind of stuff. And so he ended up dying while I was living there. So when we decided to go back to school after that, then she ended up cheating on me while we were trying to go through school and deal with her grandfather's death. So I ended up dropping back out because I ended up beating up the girl that she cheated on me with. So I was like, all right, I can't do this no more. So then I wanted to leave. I tried to go back home to my parents, and I was just so manipulated at the time that like, I was like, yeah, I don't want to be home with y'all. Y'all too controlling, because she was calling me and she was like, they don't really want you there. They're trying to control your life. And like at the time, like I done already like lost my mind. Like I done already been with this girl for like a year and a half. So I'm like, I don't want to stay here with y'all. I just kind of wanted to come and visit. Mm-hmm. So I ended up going back to her. Her mom ended up dying. Mm. So now we go to like counseling together. And the counselor's like, you need to go home. You need to go home. And I'm like, go home? Like she just lost her grandfather and her mom. Like, why would I leave her right now? And she's like, because it's not about her. You need to go home. And then I ended up leaving like 2 months later, and I came home. And I just walked into my dad's house. And I remember my sister saying, my dad walked up to her. She was like, Fabian thinks she could just walk back in my house. But he never told it to me. Like, and then I just started living with my dad again after like 4 years of not talking to him.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Okay. Now, but I got to ask you though. So you say you was gone with a chick, right? Was she a stud or a regular girly girl?
She was like in between. She was in between.
Okay.
She was in between. So, funny story. She was like closer to stud, but like in the end, when I wanted to leave, my thing was like, I didn't know how to leave, right? So I was like, I want a girly girl. Like that was kind of my thing, kind of to like push her away. I was like, I want a girly girl. Like I'm not super interested in you anymore. And so it's like she tried to be a girly girl. It was like honestly like terrible. Because like I remember her going to Victoria's Secret and her getting all this girl stuff and like really, really trying to make it work. Mm. And I was like, I gotta go. Like I still gotta go. And yeah.
So do you think that therapist, it was a therapist, right? You went to, correct? Do you give up props and make you go back home, or you feel like you should have stayed
absolutely.
Out there?
No, absolutely. I absolutely, if I could find her, I would thank her. Mm. Because who knows like what would have transpired after that, like, you know.
And how you say you was 19 at the time, correct? All right, so how you got home, right? So did your daddy talk to you ever again? How long did your dad take for your daddy to like actually speak to you?
What, in the house?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Like really, you know what I'm saying? You haven't spoke to him in 4 years before that, correct? Mm-hmm. So you just come back out the blue. So how long did it take to get back to normal?
I don't remember. I don't think it ever was like super awkward.
Okay.
I think he was just happy to have me home, honestly. Okay. I don't think that.
Probably was praying for you.
He probably was, honestly, because he was a completely changed man when I came home.
So no more strictness? No.
He was just my soft daddy, like.
That's changing. Mm-hmm. Toast to that. Toast to you changing your life around. I like it. I like it. Man, that's a life, baby. I got some normal ass life. Me, I thought my life was hard. Damn, you were 15. My life was hard. You went to Michigan. You say Michigan?
What else I was in Michigan. I was in Ohio. I was just out here being
all out in the cold and everything.
What?
Getting frostbite. Mm-hmm. Damn. All right. I lost my train of thought. All right. If you had to change one thing about you, what would it be?
My boobs. Is that what you meant? No. You meant like personality?
You can span all day. That's why I ain't mean that.
That's my one thing.
But you said it, so
want
we
them
don't. So I ain't mean that, y'all. So I ain't say that. But she gonna say it. But hey, why?
Why do I want to change my boobs?
Yeah.
Because they're like mommy boobs, they're like saggy, and I want like cleavage.
No
when I wear certain
disrespect.
things.
No disrespect to you, dude. I don't think it's saggy. I mean, they don't.
I think that is so crazy that people say that, like, you guys see my boobs outside of a bra.
It's it's leaning.
But you've never seen my titties outside of a bra.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's a point.
Like, everybody says it. Like, I don't think they're saggy. This bra costs $85. You think they're gonna sag?
$85 for a bra.
Victoria's Secret is expensive as heck.
It sure is. I go in the clearance aisle for them. That's all they get. But I'll be chill with my lie. All right. So it'd be your boobs, correct? What else? Something personality-wise.
Personality-wise?
Personality-wise, or something else other than a body part?
Sometimes I wish. Sometimes, like, it's like when I'm going through things, like, I feel like I have to find somebody to talk to, like, as far as a friend or like something like that. Like, I wish I didn't have that. Like, I wish I was more like to myself when I had issues going on, but I'm not. Like, I'm like, I gotta call somebody and I gotta talk to them and they gotta tell me like how to figure this out. And I just really don't like that part about myself anymore. Because I feel like it kind of just like makes you super vulnerable to the people around you. They have things to hold over your head. And I've been practicing on like keeping things to myself.
I'm a respectfully disagree to that. Because now it's certain people that hold shit over your head, childish people, let's say that. Non-grown people, right? Now you might have grown people, they think they're grown, but they're actually, but I think it's, healthy to talk to somebody that you trust, that wouldn't hold hold that over your head and stuff like that. A lot of people come talk to me. I hear a lot of stories. I'm not judgmental at all. You know what I'm saying? I always give both sides of the stuff too. So if you have a problem with this person, all right, why you have a problem with this? Then I'm gonna ask you, why you think he have a problem with you? What you did? You know what I'm saying? And I'll bring it to perspective. So keep that though. I don't think you should change that.
Really?
Just to find somebody that you can trust, that won't judge, that's not biased.
But I think they all become biased and judgmental after a certain point.
Depend on the person.
So if you had a friend, right? And your friend was constantly going through the same things over and over and constantly coming to you about the same things over and over, you don't think you will become biased and judgmental after like the 17th time?
For me, I bring it to a way because I'm used to people coming to talk. Like, I'm a counselor, so I should have been there too. Got a lot of stuff I'm good at, right? So a lot of people feel comfortable talking to me. I could just meet you yesterday, we having a conversation. You feel comfortable talking to me about your life and stuff like that. Because for me, if you keep on doing the same thing, you're gonna realize you keep on doing the same thing. I'm gonna just basically tell you the same thing.
Just don't wait it out.
You're gonna realize it, right? You know what I'm saying? I have faith that you will realize it, right? I don't think people that dumb and not to realize the same mistake they're doing and stuff like that. And I can give you advice. I give advice, but I also get a lot of people. Damn, I should listen to you. But what you say, you live and you learn, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you nothing that's gonna hurt you even more. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not a yes man. If I feel like you was wrong in that situation, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You might hate me, but at the end of the day, we all grown enough to understand, oh, damn, that nigga was right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like how you said at the time. He supposed to be on my side. It's cool. I'm on right side.
Yeah, I be feeling like that sometimes too. So it's like a learning experience.
It's a learning experience.
I'm like, hold up.
For real. That's
I honestly didn't want advice. I just wanted you to kind of agree with me.
Yep. That's cool. All right, how you feel about women getting BBLs?
I feel like if you want it, then get it. If you feel like it's necessary, then get it.
I feel like some of them they be fucking over their body with that shit.
So here's my take on this.
Now some of them do look good, but some will be looking horrible.
I think that our community, our Black community, overdoes this whole BBL thing when it comes to being talked about and being like a topic of discussion, because I feel like they're like, oh, like Black women are getting these BBLs and y'all, like I had somebody say, I don't want to talk to anybody with a BBL because that means they don't value themselves. That means they don't love themselves. And all of this just commotion and just degrading of a Black woman, right? Mm-hmm. White women been getting their titties done since they were 16. White women have their titties done all the time. Like, you never hear these discussions of these degrading of these women because their titties are done. You never hear they're saying, oh, your titties were too big. Those look terrible. And they always look terrible. White women be this big with boobs like this big. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like the asses are our culture. The boobs are their culture. Yep. I just think that I think that when things become popular, we like our community tries to put it in a bubble and it becomes a topic of discussion and then it gets degraded. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't think that like it's an issue that they're getting BBLs. Like if you want to get a BBL, then you can get a BBL. Just like if the white girls get their titties done, like they do that shit at a very young age. Right. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So It's like, I don't know why it's such a big thing. I don't know why it's so like...
It's a topic. You know, a lot of people want to talk about it. Yeah. Want to hear about it. For me, it don't matter. As long as it look good, I don't be can. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I am. But a lot of people...
Like, they're like, oh, you shouldn't get a BBL to be working at a nurse or to be working at wherever you're working at. Like, why not? These white women have their titties done at everywhere.
And what is
no
Botox,
matter what they do. Yes, they're putting Botox in their face. They're rearranging their bodies. No matter what. They could hate their ears. They're going to change their damn ears. You understand what I'm saying? But because we decided to get a little liposuction and a little booty, it's like, oh, you don't need to have that. Why not? Because I'm Black. Stop sexualizing me. Don't sexualize a Black woman. Like, stop. I think we need to stop doing that. No.
Talk your shit. I mean, it's a topic. Talk.
No, I don't know. It's just, I wouldn't get a BBL. But if I didn't have an ass, I would get a BBL. Just like I want my boobs done. You understand what I'm saying? Like, go for it. If you gonna pay for it, or your man gonna pay for it, baby. Whatever makes you happy.
Shout out to BBL. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. Whew. Yeah. Now we getting into the good stuff now. I like. All right, that's you know. Next, do another topic. Arthur Marlette. That's your brother, correct? If my sources correct, right?
Right.
Speak on your brother Arthur Marlette. You know, he played for the Saints. Played for the Jets, I believe. He plays for the Ravens right now. And speak on, you know, how y'all was growing up, how y'all relationship is now.
Growing up, my brother was like the best person ever. Like, and like people used to call me like Lil Arthur. Like, I used to be up under my brother growing up. Like, I loved him so much. And then our relationship kind of got like a little screwed. As, you know, like I said, I left home, he left home. So we had big gaps, big difference in our like growing up periods and things of that sort. So, our relationship kind of got a little topsy-turvy, but nonetheless, like, things are better now. So, yeah, we're good.
Shout out to Arthur Marlette. Shout out to Arthur Marlette. All right, so we're going to do a rapid fire.
A what?
A rapid fire questions. Okay. You got 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
Rockstar, can you put 30 seconds on the clock? All right, now for the rapid fire questions, you can't be like both. or I don't know or neither.
Okay.
You got to say either or, okay? But you got 30 seconds, so we got to
Okay.
beat the clock, okay? Let me know when we good to go, Rockstar.
3, 2, 1.
God or family?
God.
Makeup or natural look?
Natural.
Fine dining or crawfish at the lake?
Crawfish at the lake.
White liquor or brown liquor?
White liquor.
Celebrating your birthday or celebrating your daughter's birthday?
Celebrating my daughter's birthday.
Football game date or basketball game date?
Football game date.
Eating healthy or working out? There's a difference.
Working out.
Ravens or Saints?
Asshole. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna say the Saints.
Okay,
I love my Saints.
Being feared or being hated?
Being feared or being hated?
Yes.
I'd rather be feared.
Okay. Being rich but stressed or poor but at peace?
I think I'd rather be rich and stressed. I'm sorry.
She trying to take a shot of that water.
That's how they make.
All right. So at this time, I'm gonna let my dogs, Rockstar and Chris with Crispy Capsules. They're gonna ask you a question. They want to ask a question. They come on with any question they want to ask
Okay.
you. So please answer their question truthfully as possible. Okay, Rockstar, you got something for us?
So, you say you live up north. If you remember, like, the time that you was living there, what was, like, the best experiences? Or, like, as far as, like, the culture? Because I lived up north for a little bit. And I feel like the culture was a little bit bland, but it had some good points. But, like, it was, like, kind of like a culture shock to you. Though. It was like, okay, well, it's not too bad.
I think it was probably like all the outdoors activities that we did. And like, so, you know, we go clubbing here, we go to the bars and stuff like that. Well, they have these really big bonfires at night that everybody would get like dressed and go to, like, and I think that like that was the best time that I had out there. Like, I remember this one time we were at this big bonfire and this guy pulls out this guitar and he's just like fiddling on his guitar and then he starts singing Chicken Fried. You know I love my chicken fried. The whole party starts singing and I would just never forget this moment of like warmth going through my body. And it's probably just me and yeah, I'm probably the only fully Black person there. Like, and I just felt so, I don't know, welcome, warm. Like everybody was just singing Chicken Fried. This guy, this little, put out his guitar. We had big old bonfire going up in the air. Everybody drinking beer. I drank beer at the time.
Man, beer's so nasty, though.
I don't think so.
Beer's so nasty.
But no, let me tell you, one time I went to a baseball game with this guy. I had ordered a beer, y'all, and he was like, no, get you a little girly drink. And I was like, oh!
I'm with him because honestly, dog, I see girls I just think, look, I said, man, she a grown ass man. All that.
No,
like, real talk,
I
like, beer's so nasty. Like, cause I used to hang with them white people. I ain't gonna lie, in college. I'm like, dude, here go a beer, dude. This shit is nasty, bro. Like,
it was not nasty. I like going to the bars that have like all the different type of beers, trying the different type of beers.
I'm on wine, bro.
Yeah, we have them here, like the Bulldog down here on Magazine Street. They have like a plethora of beers you could try. Like you might find one that you like. It's got this one called Angry Orchard.
Yeah, that's nasty. I like my wine and my mimosas and my Hennessy. You feel me? Crispy, what you got?
It's kind of a question too, and more, and also like a statement, I guess. But I don't know if you ever heard the saying in church, like you don't look like what you've gone through.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's something that can resonate with you with the story that I feel like you went through. How do you feel God has impacted your joy in life, and like brought you joy? Like, what's some things in life that you feel like has been given to you by God that's to enrich joy in your life? Like, what's some things that you feel like that you have?
I think that it would probably be like something a little bit personable, like the resilience that I had to everything that I've been through. And just the fact that like it never really set on me, like set on my heart, like the fact that I was able to wake up every day and I never felt like everything was, I don't know, like I just felt like I always wanted to go on in life. You know what I'm saying? Like I never felt like, oh, I just want to stop right now. You know? Yeah, I feel like, and I've always stayed close to God. Like, you know, I've always stayed close to God, right? Like right now, we're going through Lent and I'm teaching my boyfriend the Serenity Prayer. Like we pray that prayer every morning because I feel like right now we're super worried about the things that we can't control. And I feel like, and we have to like pray that off of us. We have to pray that worry off of us right now in this time of like, you know, repent and sacrifice. So just honestly, just staying close to God. Just, I don't know.
I like that. I like that. That's real. I appreciate the answer. That's definitely the truth, though, because we are living in a time where people have a lot of fear, and fear and faith don't go together.
Right.
So, that's real. I like that, and that's definitely how you build a relationship. Just praying with your partner and things like that. Praying with your family. It's the best way because family don't go nowhere. So if you can instill God within them, it just makes your family stronger. So I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like it. All right, come on. So tell the camera, let's talk about your business though. Let's get into that.
Let's talk about my business.
You know, talk about the business. And you know, basically explain to what you do, you know, deals, sales, your prices, anything. If you have like something coming up and stuff like that, get into your business.
Okay, so I am actually at the moment in cosmetology school, but so my hours are like super slim right now, but I do have a really big deal going on. It is actually like a package deal for a year. So you pay like anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500, and you get a install and a touch up per month, but you have to pay it up front. And your appointments are booked throughout the whole year. Like every month, you know when you're gonna get your install, you know when you're gonna get your touch up, and that's my yearly deal. And I only have 5 slots left because I did 15, so yeah, I only have 5 left. But yeah, that's my deal for my business right now. I decided to like keep it super calm for myself because I'm in school like so many days a week or whatever. But yeah, I will have wigs for sale at the end of this month. At the end of this month, I will drop a wig sale. But yeah.
Okay, you got the wig sale. What's the sale? Like, talk numbers.
I think I'm gonna keep my wigs in between the range of like $300 and $500 because they're gonna come customized. They're gonna come colored. They're gonna literally be put on your head. Like all you have to do is put them on your head. So they're gonna be super convenient, and of course it's gonna come with the install. If you want the install, we can get the install. But that's the only way outside of my package that I can do your hair.
Okay.
So either you buy a wig or you buy the package, and I'll do your hair. But like random appointments, I'm not doing right now.
Okay. So when do you finish school?
In November.
Okay. So once November comes, then you go back to random appointments and stuff like that?
And yeah, once November, well, honestly, I might take like 3 months off. School is so stressful. I think I got mold in my chest because they had mold in the water, and I just been feeling sick. Yeah.
Oh, damn. We need to take a COVID test?
COVID? I said mold.
Oh.
No, there were like traces of mold in the water, and I was like, oh snap, I'm sick. Like, and I've been drinking the water. But school is super stressful. That's why you gotta get on that teleport, baby. It washes all the sickness away. I believe you. Like, what I got?
You gotta know it.
30, 38, 39, no, like 36 days left. 36 days.
Of school?
Of Lent.
Oh, yeah. So for Lent, I gave up candy and ice cream. That's why I gave him candy. I said, bro, y'all got to take it, so I can't eat it. If y'all leave it here, I might
You have a sweet tooth?
Oh, I love candy. I ain't gonna lie.
Really? I don't have a sweet tooth.
Oh, Lord. Candy, liquor. That's what I do.
I know liquor's a big one for me.
Oh man, I'm CL forever. But so you kind of messed up my favorite segment, but we still gonna do it though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But now it all depends on you gotta help my dog Crispy out. You hear me?
Okay.
So if you fail the segment, he gonna have to take the shots. Rockstar, can you please do the honors?
Uh-oh.
If you fail, so how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's called a whip seat, right? You got your phone on you? Mm-hmm. Get your phone.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna respect your wishes because you gave up drinking for Lent.
Okay.
But so if you fail, so the thing is you got to make a call, right? They have to answer. If they don't answer, you would have to take the 4 shots, right? But if they don't answer, he gonna have to take the 4 shots on camera.
4?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
So so who you gonna call?
My boyfriend.
And if he doesn't answer, if he doesn't answer, then he got to take 4 shots. If he does answer, just say.
Wait,
Thank
it's
you.
like, I think right now it's like, do I want you to take the shots?
Oh damn! So she might call
Like, do I want you to take the
somebody
shots?
that ain't gonna answer. They definitely ain't gonna answer. They'll respond the next day. So who we calling?
She trying to find somebody that's
No,
not.
I'm gonna call my boyfriend. I'm gonna call my boyfriend. I'm gonna call him.
So hold up. Don't text him or nothing. So what's your boyfriend name? So shout him out. I'm about to call such and such
I'm about to call Christopher Jackson.
and put him on speakers and put it to your mic.
Okay.
And just say, if he answers, just say thank you for answering. I'm on a podcast. They wanted you to answer, see if you was gonna answer or not.
All right. Hey, baby. Thank you.
That boy's
What's up, man?
did I have
Nothing. They told me to call somebody and see if they would answer.
All
All right, baby.
right.
Bye. Answered on the first ring.
In the first rank. You got said, dog. You got said. Clap it up for that, man. Clap it up, man. Well, bro, you got said, bro. Damn. That was easy. Yeah, facts. All right. Now, is there anything you want to talk about? Any questions you got for anybody?
How's life? How are you guys?
I'm good.
Good?
This is what I do. I had to shoot earlier. You know what I'm saying? I do this. This is what I do for a living. And I fly drones.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yep.
What do you do?
Wash cars. Fall.
Oh, you watch cars?
Yeah,
Oh, I have 3 of them.
drive cars. Hey. I do.
You gotta give me your card or
Well,
give me
no,
your
I work for a
Instagram.
business, but like we do, I can slide you on through. Like I'm a manager, so
Okay.
I make music. I'm a father. And, like, I'm just chilling. This is actually a part of me too. So like, I do this. So
Okay.
setting up this. It's great.
And what do you do outside of this?
I work in sales. Yeah, I work in sales. That's my day job. But my podcast would be like the main thing I'd be focused on. I also do music. You know, I rap.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm getting back
I'm
into
a rapper
it.
too.
You're a rapper for real? You gotta spit some bars then.
I'm not a rapper.
I'm about to say. You know I'm about to put you on the spot.
I wish though. I wish I was a rapper.
Yeah. So I rap. You know, everybody know I rap. But I'm getting back to it. Like, you know, dropping verses for people and stuff like that. I'm not doing any solo thing. I'm doing just verses for people's songs and stuff like that. But podcast is my main thing for sure.
Okay.
But life is good. It can
Having
get
some
better.
kids sometime soon?
Hell no.
You don't want kids ever? This about to be my podcast.
So for me, real shit. For me, I always told myself, I always wanted a child with somebody I really want to be with. Actually want to be with. I don't want to be called a baby daddy.
And it's a blessing for you to have that mindset.
You feel me? Because I grew up, my parents about to be married for 34 years. You know what I'm saying? They've been together for 34 years.
You
Still
feel like
together.
they're happily married?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. Because they connect with each other. You know what I'm saying? My daddy chill, my mama be outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
But when they go out, they both turn. You see why I be turning up? Because I get it from them. You know what I'm saying? Because they be turning up. Man, my daddy used to be on the table, second line, and when we was younger and stuff like that.
I love
You know what I'm
that.
saying? They in their 60s now, still could do it with a little something. They don't do it as wild as they used to, but still do a little something. But so I always look up to them. And for me, it's like, man, I don't never want to be no baby daddy. You know, I just don't want to have a kid with anybody that I really don't want to be with.
I have another question. Had any scares?
Had any scares? Nah, my pull-out game crazy.
Oh.
Man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Hell no. Nowadays, I ain't hitting nobody raw. That's a dead thing.
Good.
Magnum.
Because they got stuff going
Holla at
around.
your boy. Huh?
Because they have stuff going around right now.
It's a lot of stuff going around. A lot of stuff going around. But for me, it's like, I respect people that got kids, right? As long as you're taking care of your kids, right? Because a lot of niggas out here ain't taking care of their kids. And I deal with a lot of females like, oh, they baby daddy ain't shit. They gotta, watch their kid and stuff like that. You affecting with niggas, you affecting niggas that don't have kids. Like, man, take care of your child. You do once a week.
You don't affect the niggas who don't have kids.
Facts. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your child at least one or two weekends. I ain't gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I just never wanted that. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I have people that have kids and stuff, but I'm a good uncle though, so I love being an uncle. Love being Uncle Whip and stuff like that because once they get on your nerves, you can bring them right back. But at the end of the day, do I want kids? I'm gonna put it like this: I'm cool if I don't have kids.
That's understandable.
Right? Because I love being Uncle Whip.
There's a lot of freedom in being childless.
That's a fact. It's a lot of freedom, but there's a lot of people that put you as their godfathers. They think they slick. They just be signing me up and shit. I ain't know what I was signing, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's cool though. But I respect it though. I respect when people, they have kids and taking care of their kids too, right? I have a problem with a parent just let the kid walk all over them and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, they talking to you crazy like that?
Yeah, that's like a thing now.
Yeah, like just
That's
like
like a thing now.
like just
I
like
see
this,
it all the time.
facts. Like just like this girl I was talking to, I was on the phone with her last night. Her child was just going crazy on her. I'm like, damn, you ain't gonna say nothing? In my mind, like, so, I'm very blunt. So I'm like, man, let me shut up. You ain't got nothing to do with me. But she just kept on going and stuff. I'm like, damn. You ain't gonna say nothing. All I thought I was gonna hear is, I thought I was about to have to call Child Protective Service. She about to beat the fuck out of her. Like, damn, she just kept on going.
And she didn't say anything.
She just let it build up and she did something at the end, whatever. But I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was gonna take that long. But
No, I think I definitely have like implemented like a certain string of fear in my daughter.
that she don't play with you.
Yeah,
That's how you
because
should.
I will knock your head between the washer and the dryer. And it's just a respect thing. Like,
That's
I feel
a
like from a young age, like I've always taught her how to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that. One thing I have learned is some kids come out the way that they come out. There's no teaching, no guiding, no nothing. Them kids be crazy as hell. I've seen it. I'm like, I don't know how this happened. And you just honestly have to pray that you get a child who is patient and listens and doesn't go crazy. Like, I feel like when I see a lot of other kids, I feel like I was blessed with my daughter and her personality type. Because I don't know if I could take some of my friends' kids' personality types. Like, they would probably be calling Child Protective Services on me, or I would be crying in the corner because I can't get it together because I don't know.
Some kids are crazy, but they be the parents too. Sometimes you gotta blame the parents if you want to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, I try to stay out of that because it ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool with not having kids. But if I had a child or children, I'll be a good motherfucking father. I can tell you that for sure.
Let's take a shot to that.
For sure. Guarantee you that. For sure. Any other questions? Y'all got any questions for her? Any other ones?
I'm good. Great.
All right.
Great questions was asked. Great answers was given.
All right. So at this time, the camera is all yours. So anything you want to say, it could be anything. You want to tell the people, the floor is all yours. So look at that camera.
Hey.
Shout out to yourself. Instagram.
So how you do that? I'm Sunflower at Sunflowers. My business page is Touched by Sunflower. I just want to say, I don't know. I don't know why I just got this overwhelming anxiety.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I want to shout out all my clients, all of the girls who have been with me since the beginning, since working out of my house, since my first shop, since my little unit, and the girls who stayed with me through my big shop that got taken, and the girls who are still there now that I'm back out of my house. Like, I appreciate y'all. Like, I would be nothing without your support. I want to shout out my daughter. I want to shout out my friends. Know who you are. And yeah.
Okay. And I want to shout out to you for coming on. Miss Sunflower, Touched by Sunflowers, the business page. I heard that. I also want to shout out my dog, Rockstar Marcus. All his help, you know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing without him. I also want to shout out my dog, Chris. Crispy Captures. You feel me? Behind Crispy Captures Media. You feel me? Check out his music, Dog Fire. You know what I'm saying? So, Dog Fire for real. He got an album out. Y'all got to go check that out. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, Whipped-Cream9. Follow me on TikTok, Whipple Pill Podcast. Instagram, Whipple Pill Podcast. You see what I'm saying? We going up. Shout out to Taylor Port. Shout out to Touched by Sunflower. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all hair done by her. Make sure y'all catch those deals. Those good deals and stuff like that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. More blessings to y'all. Y'all be safe. We out.
They say I'm a pain, I need a change, making my way. See all the gang, sipping on drinks, catching a fade. I get it poppin', nigga. She at the top of the nigga.